Have you ever woken up in the morning and you picked up your phone and decided, let me check the updates, or let me check up on what's happening in the world today? Probably check the news, check Instagram, check Twitter, and all of a sudden you're scrolling, and you lose track of time and you decide, oh, let me check the time. Boom! 1 hour is gone, 30 minutes is gone, 45 minutes is gone. Yeah, it happens to even the best of us. So Mike Ashley said, bad news is time flies, but the good news is you are the pilot. So what actually do you do with your time? Welcome back to my channel where we talk about personal growth and wellness tips, and for today we'll be talking about tips on how to stop wasting your time, or rather time management tips. So if you're new here, please hit that red subscribe button. Thank you for joining me once again. I appreciate it. So how do you spend your time? How do you invest your time? Do you feel satisfied with the result you've gotten at the end of the day? Do you feel confident about the result you've gotten? Do you end the whole day feeling sad or feeling happy about the result you've gotten? How well do you think you're effective when it comes to spending your time? Are you good at spending your time wisely, or do you just let the whole day go and there's no plan about how to achieve whatever we want to achieve? Also, dictionary define time as a continual progress of existence. So that means time is always moving and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So time is always moving, and we also have to be on the move, because the time is not going to wait for you, neither is it going to wait for me. It's not going to wait for anyone. We have to understand that time is very powerful, and what we do with our time totally and solely depends on us. So whatever you want to do with your time is your business, is your time, but we have to understand that it's very important that we spend our time wisely to produce the best result, to get the best attainable results. So the first point is realize how much time you have in a day. I'm sure you will say, oh, don't we all have 24 hours in a day? Yeah, we do. But the thing is, there's some time in your day that are fixed or variable, right? So this one, when I talk about fixed time, this is supposed to be for this and this alone. So just imagine you have a 9-to-5 job, so you have to go to work. So imagine you have to go to school in the morning and come back in the afternoon by 2 p.m. or 5 p.m. So that time is fixed for a particular thing. So know the fixed time and know the variable time. So how much time do I have left? So when you do this, you will realize how much free time you have, or whenever you're done with organizing your time, you realize how much free time you have, and you know how to invest this little time you have, or I think it's little actually. So you realize how to spend this little time you've got, or the remaining time you have after doing the fixed thing, or the things you are supposed to do, the things that you have to put a particular scheduled time into. So the second thing is realizing what you want to do. So it's not just about knowing how much time you have. You might decide, oh, I have 24 hours in a day, and what are you going to do with the time? So when you decide how much time you have, you decide what you want to do with the time. So I find that writing down things you want to achieve in a day is very, very important, and it's very helpful. It helps me a lot. Whenever you remember what you want to do, it's important to write them down. And when you write them down over the night, or through between night and morning, or early in the morning, you write them down, list them out, and put them in a calendar, or you can organize it in such a way that when you want, these are the things you want to do today, and you can actually put in time for you to achieve them, or you can put in deadlines for you to achieve them. So imagine I woke up this morning, I decided I wanted to pray. When I pray, after praying in the morning, I have to shoot this video. So organizing your time is very important, because when you decide what you want to do or what you want to achieve in a day, it will help you to plan ahead or plan towards what you want to achieve. So it's at this point you ask yourself, what are your priorities? What do you plan on achieving? And how does this thing fit into your daily routine? This is not something you have to do as the spirit leads. It's something you actually have to strategically plan. The next one is create a to-do list or time blocking. So to-do list is writing down, probably to-do list for me, it looks like it's something like a timetable, right? So I'm sure we'll be like, I'm not a child anymore, but a to-do list is something like a timetable. You decide, oh, this is what I want to do from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You don't even need to write. Sometimes you can even have it in your head, or you can plan it out in your head. So from morning till evening, I want to do this. From this time to this time, this is what I want to achieve. I want to attend the meeting, I want to attend a conference. You want to, like, all these things, you have to like create a to-do list on how to achieve them, and it helps you. So when you block, time blocking means you block the time in your calendar, or you block the time. So whenever someone asks you, can you help me do this thing at this particular time, you'll be like, no, I can't accept this. But I don't mean say it rudely, but say it politely. So you'll be like, I can't accept this because I have something doing at this time. So when you know that you have something to do from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., you don't accept responsibility at that set time, so that it doesn't mess you up or it doesn't mess up your day. The fourth point is know yourself. So we are all different, and we are all different individuals, and we have different timing when we are productive. Some people are most productive in the night, some people are most productive in the day, some people are most productive in the afternoon. So like, it depends. We are all different. So for me, I notice I'm most productive in the morning when I wake up. So when I wake up in the morning, I try to do everything I'm supposed to do in the morning so that I don't exert myself. So when I wake up in the morning, normally I wake up, I clean up, I do like I do a huge chunk of job in the morning, probably clean the house or organize the house, all those things. And I notice that when I'm done with all those things, it drains me, and at the end of the day, I just finish them and I come to bed, I sleep, I get tired. So I try not to do that. I try, when I wake up in the morning, I try and do the things that are most important to me. The most important things I'm supposed to achieve in a day, I do them as soon as I wake up. So I wake up, I pray, I do all those things. Then as the day progresses, I begin to do the cleaning and every other thing I'm supposed to do. So just imagine I wake up in the morning and I want to study. If I wake up in the morning and decide to go wash the plates or clean the house, I'm going to get drained. So I don't do that. I wake up, I study a bit, I clean, I study a bit, I clean. So I just break the cleaning into small portions in such a way that as I'm studying, when I feel like I'm feeling sleepy, I clean or I wash dishes or something like that. So that's how it works for me. So we have to understand, know who you are, understand what works for you, understand the timing that works for you, so that you will decide at this point in time, this is when I'm most productive, and you build your schedule around that timing so that you become more productive and you get more results. So the next point is categorize your task. When I talk about categorizing your task, I mean break it down into the urgent ones and the not so urgent ones. Then group it into high priority and low priority. Then group it into indoor versus outdoor. Group it into urgent versus not urgent. So that means you have a huge, just imagine you have a huge chunk of job to do. So there are some things I must do today, so those ones are urgent, and there are some that I can leave, I can even do them next week, I don't mind. So those ones are the ones that are not so urgent. So when you group your task into this, you decide which one I must accomplish today, and you organize your schedule around this timing or around these categories or characteristics. This will help you build yourself. This will help you achieve more in a day. So let's take, for example, now I have to go for shopping, right? So if I have to go for shopping, which is an outdoor something to do, an outdoor program or something I have to do outdoor, and I know it's going to drain me, I try not to do that. I try to do that later in the day, probably by 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Then I try to do the things that require low energy, which is probably sit at home studying, or like those ones don't require so much energy to do them. So you do those ones first, and then you can go out for the shopping and everything, because when you come back from shopping, definitely I'm going to sleep off, so I won't do that first. I would first of all do the things that I like, the urgent ones and indoors, before I do the urgent and outdoor activities. So the next one is have a prime satisfaction task. That English is a lot. I just came up with that, but when I talk about a prime satisfaction task, I mean this task is a task that if I do it today, I must do it today, and if I do it, I feel better, even if that's the only thing I achieve today. Like for me, for today, if this video is the only thing I achieve today, I'm going to be satisfied, right? So there are some things that if you do them today, or like sometimes that you study, for me basically, there are sometimes that when I study, right, I study and I feel good about that day because I know that I achieved something. So there's sometimes you go out and come back and you're like, I didn't do anything today. And there's sometimes you go out and come back and you just did one thing and you feel, I feel like I've achieved a lot. So that's the prime satisfaction task. That one task that once you do it in a day, you feel so blessed, you feel so happy, you feel so comfortable. You're like, the whole day can go, I don't mind, because I feel like I've done something important with my life. So that's basically what a prime satisfaction time is. Don't let the English deceive you. So the next one is setting boundaries. When I talk about setting boundaries, it means know when to say no, right? So saying no is important if you want to manage your time. It's very, very important, because anyone can come up to you for anything, to ask you to do something for the person, or to help the person achieve something, or to even invest in something that you have to do. But if you understand how much time you have, or how much things you want to achieve, and if you've organized your schedule, you will know if this person's activity actually fits in. And if it doesn't fit in, you can tell the the person politely, please, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can do this because I have other events planned for that day. So it's very, very important that you plan your time. It's very, very important that you schedule your time, because whenever you schedule your time, you know when to not accept something and when to accept it, because sometimes that could be really, really hard, especially when it's people close to you. So the next one is reward yourself. So rewarding yourself is, oh, if I finish doing something today and I notice that I did a lot today, I can just decide to watch a movie, right? So it's very, very important that you reward yourself. The thing is, as they say, I don't know whether it's everywhere, but in my country I hear them say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So if you work all day and you don't have time to relax, you don't give your body something you don't reward yourself for the work you have done, the next day you feel tired. So rewarding yourself is a good way. You might give yourself an ice cream treat, you can give yourself chocolate or something, give yourself something nice to eat, or you can watch a movie, or you can just relaxing. Is very, very important. It helps your body come back better and produce more results, produce more effective results. Finally, we have to understand that in order for us to be productive, we have to give our lives a structure, right? So when I talk about giving your life a structure, so scheduling your time and planning your day gives you free time, or time for relaxation, or time for you to rest. So imagine you start your day, you organize your day, you plan your day, and your day just goes exactly as planned. You have extra time to yourself, you have extra time to relax and study. I tell people that I don't do any work from 7 p.m. From 7 p.m. I'm watching movie. Then every other thing starts from 10 p.m. So that's me, right? So organizing your time gives you free time for yourself. It gives you time for you to relax and rest. And if you're a productivity freak like me, sometimes at the end of the day you might not be happy with the way things went. You might not be happy with the result you got. You feel like, oh, today I didn't really get exactly what I wanted to get, and it will make you unhappy and uncomfortable. So if you're like me and you feel that way, scheduling your time is very, very important. You have to learn how to prioritize things. You have to learn how to put things in order, so that at the end of the day you feel better, you feel comfortable, you feel comfortable with the result you have gotten. But we have to understand that most times the way we plan our day won't be how it goes, right? So don't beat yourself too hard, because it's possible that I might decide that I want to achieve this today and it doesn't go exactly as I planned it. But you don't have to beat yourself. You don't have to beat yourself too hard. Tomorrow is another day to try. So we just have to keep trying to be better, keep trying to be more productive, keep trying to produce more results, keep trying to make your day better, right? So with each day, when you try, as you continue to try, as you continue to practice makes perfect. So as you continue to practice, you learn better ways to manage your time, you learn better ways to make things better for you. So Stephen R. Covey said, the key is in not spending your time, but in investing it. So it's not just spending time, because each and every one of us will spend our time doing nothing. You are spending your time. So the key is not just spending the time, but the key is investing it in such a way that you produce effective results. So that's important. A friend of mine usually say quality over quantity. So try not to multitask, try not to do a lot of things at the same time. You can do one thing, and that one thing, if you do it very, very well and you get the result you want to achieve, you feel very, very happy and very, very comfortable with what you have achieved. So guys, you can leave a comment on how you spend your time. You can leave a comment on how you whatever you do to keep your time moving. I'm sure we can all learn from each other. So however you spend your time, just leave a comment and let us know if there's any tips you feel like I left out, or you feel like there's any topic you want me to address or speak on. You can leave it in the comment section below. So quality over quantity, that's what I want you to go with today. So thank you guys for watching today's video. I appreciate you for always coming, for always joining me. So please, if you've not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, subscribe, so you get updates whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. Please check out my website and every other information in the description box below. Thank you so much, and see you next week.